We got ourselves Team Red with Belarus. Belisaurus. Oh, okay. Oh, he got himself the unicorn helm. All right. We got ourselves Bakute in here as another warrior. Arms. You brave man. El Boxer. We got ourselves Obliv and Tandralis. Chandralis. We got ourselves Dark in here as an elemental. Shaboy. We got a hawk going first up. He's got an eye like a hawk. We got Jims in the back. We got ourselves Nyxeros and Tyrann of Spy. Is that the name, Tyrann? That's gonna be immediate trigger for Belarus, actually. Was that an adaptation? Might have been. It's gonna be evasion coming out for Hawk as he gets hit with a disarm. Just trying to get those poisons rolling into Belarus, the warrior. Trying to max out the damage as best as he can. Just trying to get himself a setup onto Hawk. That's going to be a little bit of that Enrage Regen coming out for Belarus. It's going to be Safeguard Trigger Procket as well. Belarus is taking a lot of damage though in the opener. And Hog is still loading him up full of dots. I think Belarus is going to die. Or Belisaurus, I mean, but it looks like Belarus, doesn't it? Shadow Step coming out for a boxer to try to take down the Hawk. Immediately, Kitten Shot coming out. I don't even know what happened to a Belisaurus. I guess he just got melted. Maybe all gushers. That's going to be a full Vendetta rolling into Hawk. Blind onto a boxer. And Hawk looks like he just wants to get himself a bit of a reset. Should have probably gotten a boxer in combat with a dagger or something. And then he might have actually been able to let the dots sit there. It's going to get a cheap shot onto a boxer. It's going to be super hard. And a boxer just should be able to take him down. Kitten Shot comes out. Marksman is available. I think it should be taken down in a single moment here. With the boxer running that Reaping Flame. Not Reaping Flame, actually. Crucible Flame. To get himself some of that dot damage. Dark Korkron is going to be up next. He's got a Flame Shock rolling onto a boxer. Got himself a pet up and running too. Should probably get the pet to attack the rogue, honestly. Because that pet just doesn't want to do it. Kitten Shot coming out. It's going to be Meteor onto the rogue. Just got a knockback shot. It's up available. And a boxer, look at us. As soon as you get the dots in the Dark Kron, it's just going to go for a bit of a reset, man. It's going to go going for a bit of a reset. Just doesn't want to fight him, dude. Just getting the hell out of there, man. Look at that. Just getting the hell out of there immediately. Lightning Lasso onto El Boxu. Actually, it's El Boxu, isn't it? El Boxu sounds just rolls off the tongue easier. Stun onto the rogue. There's going to be a chicken available for Korkron. Does have a second wall if he wants to. First wall available right now. Second wall available from the elemental is going to cycle into. That's going to be the rogue bailing out of there. Does have the dots of the Dark Korkron. Shouldn't engage with him. Just in person the whole time. He needs to go for the hit and run strats. Next to me has a Kitten Shot. Should get him loaded up with dots, Toxic Blade rolling and everything. Kitten Shot does come out. Does the... Oh, he does have the knockback. And the rogue doesn't really have the sprint available to catch back up. At least the dots are there on the Shaman. Lightning Lasso is separating these two. And the rogue still has cloak, still has walls. Skyfear Totem coming down. Big Earthshock onto the rogue. He doesn't look like he did really that much damage. Reaper Flames back to the rogue and the short stun to fall right after. Darkron doesn't have any health available anymore. A boxer getting a couple daggers in there thrown, taking him out. Jims is going to be up next, getting a cheap shot opener onto Boxer. Blind coming out. That's going to be a Boxer. Has evasion. Does catch himself a restyle. Jims playing that Outlaw by the looks of it with those two swords. Got himself a very green Mog looking. Reaping Flames almost taking the rogue out. Does get himself double heal with double crucibles rolling up on him. All that healing, all those dots coming back up. And Jim's trying to see if he can catch the man back up. Doesn't really see him. Doesn't really get to him. He's going to have to wait it out a little bit. The rogue does get the opener here. Jims might have to go for a reset. Maybe see if he can play the stealth game against the dots. Maybe it's still rolling on Jims. Does get hit with a Kitten Shot. Doesn't really go down that quickly. It's going to get himself a Sip Pick Up rolling. Might be enough to keep him alive though. Vendetta is coursing through him. And does get hit with an Venom. Looks like there's maybe a little bit of lag with Jims. He's just like moving while dead. But a boxer taking these boys out. Nice. Try to see if he can make a play. How you doing, my man? Does get... Oh my goodness. You got that construction worker mod going on, dude. You got that construction worker going on, dude. He's one of the union boys, huh? Well, part of the Goblin Union or something. He got a nice mod. I like it a lot. I like the amount of effort he came into it, man. Plus, with some of the Shadowlands transmog you'll be able to do, it's going to look quite good. It's going to get himself a Lichborn rolling off of that kidney. El Boxer does have him loaded up with dots, but this is perfect condition for Nyx to just continue the pressure onto El Boxer. Does go for Cloak of Shadows as the damage from the DK. It looked like it was starting to ramp up. And El Boxer is trying to get a slow sprint is available to get him that movement speed. That's going to be the Goblin jump coming down. Does get Shadow Step juked, but the DK still does have the Chain of Ice rolling to El Boxer. Going to be was that a Warlock Hellstorm for El Boxer? It looked like it was for a second. Got himself a big heal out of nowhere. And Nyx just got so much pressure on the man. Boxing, it's not looking that good. The longer it stays next to the death, the worse it's gonna get. I think this man is just gonna melt. And down it goes. Nyxro's taking them out. Well, there it is, boys. Now it's gonna be a marksman, I think. Oh, huge heal for Nyx. If he did not have that heal, that might have been a one-shot by the marksman hunter. As he goes in for a scatter shot, aim shot on Nyx right after. It should be huge damage right here. Does get hit with a stun trick inside of it. Human Rachel with a freezing trap on a Nyx. There's going to be more aim shots to follow as he does get himself true shot R. It should be huge damage for him. Does he have any pressure? Nyx, though, is pretty tanky. Knockback not happening because of Death's Advance. Nyx got himself, or maybe it's because of a pillar. Pillar might have stopped him from knockback as well. And Tendril is actually taking so much damage. Him in the pet, actually, his pet is melting the man. Because there's summoned a snowball for him to bounce off of Nyx and him. There's just something for him to bounce the snowball off of, which is so perfect for Nyx. And he always has a pet to just leech health from. He just siphons health from it. Tendril needs to go for a big play, somehow turn his damage around. Sniper shot is trying to come out. Actually, stop the sniper shot. The pet is going to be down for the count. Does get a freezing trap. I think he's just going to go try to see if he can get himself a whole new pet rolling. This man has no healing. Grip coming out. Does get a disengage for a second. Still, I think he might be done, and Nyx taking him out. With Bukata gonna be rolling up next, gonna hit with a stun as an arms roar. I don't really know if he can really do it. I guess the Frost DK Menace, he's definitely trying to. Colossus Smash coming down. And Bukata is just dying without being hit by Nyx. The Remorseless Winter is literally remorseless. Nyx just trying to avoid the TD. Oh, TD in PvP, man. That's an interesting one. I think Bukata is done. He actually is playing Lucid. He's playing that PvE warrior with lucid dreams and everything. Got a lot of rage fueling him. If only there was like an ability where every time you spend a bit of rage, you heal yourself, then that might have been perfect. Obliv gonna be the last one on Team Red. He let the team play. And Nyx just got one more boy to burn through. He's gonna go for a death pack right here. This is not a bad idea because death pack at least gives you that health. It doesn't require a portion of your health, but you can wait out the debuff. And Obliv still just gonna continue to punch the Nyx. What is this dot damage? I mean, it's almost like you got a big... It wasn't like a biggest dot ever. You're not like an Affliction Warlock, but damn, one single flame just doing that much dot. It's gonna be a blink for Obliv off of the stun. Grip already out for Nyxros. Only had that grip saved for the blink. That's gonna be a meteor coming down onto the Goblin. DK does at least get some damage on Obliv. That Maledicт though is gonna prevent him a lot of the healing. AMS available very, very soon. Does get the AMS. Can Obliv still burn through Nyxros? Does blink away. This is a perfect opportunity for a stun for Nyx though. He might have to go Lichborn here. He doesn't have a lot of health, and that's gonna be Pyre taking him out. That's gonna be Tyrion Fospi. Tyrion up next. As a Demonology Warlock. Ooh, he got himself the Tyrant. Oh, Felguard. What am I talking about? He's guarding of the Fel. Oh, Fel Lord joining the fight. Stun onto Obliv. Does blink out of it. Second stun is available if he wants to go for a big setup. Try to get a Fury for Obliv. Trying to go for a Tyrant. Does he go for a second stun? Mallet rolling to Obliv. Actually, Obliv is going to go into the Fel Lord. But all the pets are CC'd. All of the big pets. The Tyrant, or actually no, one of the bigger pets is not CC'd. And Obliv is able to at least avoid a lot of that free damage from the Warlock as the pets are trying to get line of sight. There goes the Tyrant. Tyrion hasn't really taken too much damage. Obliv minimized the damage he could have taken. And Tyrion dropping down Boss Huge Bombers on one side, Meteor on the other. Does get a stun into Obliv. Obliv saving that blink for later. Now that the stun is out, Obliv has more of a defensive value with a blink. Does get a root onto the pet. And Tyrion just trying to see if he can kind of back into the pet's Mortal Coil to follow. Does go for a flame back into Obliv. Is that going to be enough here though? Trying to see if he can spell steal. It's going to be a... Oh! He spell stole the reflect back at Tyrion as he trying to get a fear rolling. That was pro! Oh my god. Look, there's a combustion. Tyrion just trying to see if he can survive the combustion. I think this man is just going to melt to the dot. Stopping Obliv for a second as his health is dangerously low. Obliv just needs to get himself on top of Tyrion just for a second. He has a blink if he needs to. He only got stunned once. Unless he blinked a stun. Which might have been just a trade. And Tyrion just trying to see if he can use Crucible Flame to get himself back up and running. Just trying to run away. A couple Fire Blasts rolling for Obliv. Not enough to take down Tyrion, but the procs are happening. Meteor on one side and a Fire Blast and Mage on the other just to finish it off. There was absolutely no way of beating it. Dude, that spell steal on the fear was so pro. I feel like even if he does get feared, he's still got so much damage, but that spell steal on a spell that reflects spells. But there's no way. Okay. I know. You spell steal and spell. I think that when you can actually, it didn't reflect. He didn't steal or reflect. It just ended. I swear to you, the Warlock got feared there for a second. We're gonna be able to go back in the stream, boys. The Warlock, I swear to you, got feared, okay? Okay, we can actually go back. We actually go back.